Let me tell you a story about a vote. A vote so dangerous, a government once tried to make it illegal to cast. Because in 1894, right here in Durban, a law was written to silence a people before they'd even had the chance to speak. And a 25-year-old lawyer named Mohandas Gandhi, newly arrived, looked at that law and decided he would not be silent. He had no army, no power, just a pen and a community brave enough to stand behind it. He took the fight to Parliament. Parliament crushed it. They lost that vote. But losing a vote is not losing a war. For 60 more years, others picked up what Gandhi started, walking onto land they were forbidden to touch, letting themselves be arrested one by one, because to them, silence was a harsher sentence than prison. And in 1994, the truth finally came. For the first time in the history of this country, an Indian Durbanite's ballot counted exactly the same as anyone else's. That is not a small thing. That is 100 years of arrests, of exile, of buried dreams poured into a single piece of paper. And here's what almost nobody tells you. Gandhi and everyone who came after him were never only fighting for one vote, once every 5 years, for a president in a faraway capital. They were fighting for this vote, the one in front of you right now, the one that decides who fixes your road, who brings water to your street, who answers when your community calls. And here's the part they don't really want you thinking about. In ward after ward across this city, this community is not a small voice, quietly asking to be included. It is large enough, concentrated enough to decide the outcome outright, not beg for a seat at the table, choose who sits at the head of it. Gandhi organized a handful of signatures by candlelight, and it terrified an empire enough to write a law against him. Imagine what an entire community, fully registered, fully turned out, can do to a single local election. This was never a story about asking for scraps of power. It was always a story about a community large enough to hold real power, and choosing ward by ward whether to use it. Will 100 years of sacrifice end with this community sitting out the one election where its vote decides everything? Or will you finally use the power Gandhi only dreamed you'd have? This is not history anymore. This is your ward, your street, your power. Register, vote, own it.